Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm Callista Love. I hope you're having a great day. Today, we need to talk about the sudden, renewed obsession with the Epstein list. Not just what people are demanding, but when and why it's happening now. Because the details matter more than the headlines. Let's get into it. For years, Jeffrey Epstein's name has existed in a strange political limbo. Everyone agrees the story is disturbing. Everyone agrees powerful people were protected. And everyone agrees the public has not been told the full truth. But here's the important part. For a very long time, this issue did not dominate mainstream political outrage, especially on the left. That changed recently. And timing matters. Over the past several months, frustration has been building inside Trump's own base, not from his opponents, but from supporters who expected transparency, accountability, and follow-through from a Justice Department they believed would finally bring clarity. Instead, what they got was delay, vague answers, and most notably, the Epstein Files Phase 1 rollout, which raised expectations and then delivered very little substance. That disappointment didn't stay quiet, and that's when something interesting happened. Suddenly, the Epstein list became urgent again, but not in the hands of people demanding justice consistently. It became urgent as a political opportunity. What we saw wasn't a neutral push for transparency. It was a selective amplification, framed in a way that allowed one side to claim moral urgency while positioning their rivals as evasive or compromised. And to be clear, wanting accountability is valid. Demanding transparency is reasonable. But when outrage appears only at moments of political leverage, it's fair to ask what's driving it. Because for years, this issue sat dormant in mainstream discourse. Victims didn't change, the allegations didn't change, the unanswered questions didn't change. What changed was the political utility. Here's where the conversation needs to be more honest. The Epstein list is uniquely powerful as a political tool. It allows accusations without due process. It shuts down debate through implication rather than evidence. And it creates a permanent cloud over anyone named, regardless of context, accuracy, or legal relevance. That makes it extremely effective in campaigns. You don't have to prove wrongdoing. You only have to suggest proximity. And once that suggestion exists, discussion stops. Not because the truth is known, but because the risk becomes too high. This is why timing matters. When Trump's base began openly questioning why promised transparency hadn't materialized, the issue suddenly became a cudgel, not against the system, but against political rivals. Not to resolve it, but to own it. And owning it means controlling how it's discussed, who it's applied to, and who gets shielded from scrutiny. If this were truly about accountability, the demand would be consistent. It wouldn't surface only when it's strategically useful. It wouldn't ignore years of silence, and it wouldn't treat justice as a campaign slogan rather than a principle. Transparency doesn't belong to one party, and accountability isn't legitimate only when it benefits your side. The danger here isn't just hypocrisy, it's precedent. When allegations become weapons instead of paths to truth, trust collapses. And once that happens, no institution, media, government, or justice retains credibility. So the real question isn't, why hasn't the Epstein list been released? The real question is, who benefits from keeping it unresolved? And who benefits from pretending to care only when it's useful? Because justice delayed is bad, but justice politicized is worse. Before I go, I just want to say thank you for spending part of your day with me. I genuinely appreciate the support, the conversations, and the thoughtful disagreements. This channel exists for open dialogue. All viewpoints shared respectfully are welcome here. That's how we get closer to the truth, by being willing to engage, even when it's uncomfortable. I'm Callista Love. Stay thoughtful, stay grounded, and I'll see you next time. God bless.